from Made in Gervais. ABC Columbia News at 6.
Happy holidays. We've been talking about it for months now, and it is finally Christmas Eve here in Columbia. Hopefully you are somewhere warm, surrounded by family and friends. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rochelle Dean.
And I'm Josh Berry. Yeah, we're certainly not in store for a white Christmas. It was a beautiful day outside, but the question is, how long will that hold?
Yeah, hopefully the sunshine will return. Yep. Tyler Ryan takes a look at what we can expect this evening. Tyler?
Yeah, right. Lots and lots of beautiful sunshiny skies today, and it feels pretty good. I mean, we're just about that average temperature. It is, after all, Christmas Eve. Winter started a couple of days ago, but crystal clear skies tonight. In fact, if you're going to be out looking for Santa Claus, he'll be here at some point. 822 homes per second is what he has to hit, by the way. 822 homes per second. Think about that. It's a good thing I've got the Santa tracker on my Twitter. You can follow at Tyler Ryan, and I've put the Santa tracker out live time, so you can see exactly where he is when he comes to the Palmetto State. But either way, whether you're Santa Claus with 8 tiny reindeer or maybe yourself and family traveling around, it is going to be a nice couple of days to do that. As far as the evening, though, it is going to be cold. Temperatures dropping down pretty quickly. You know, we had some nice highs today, upper 50s, right? By 11 o'clock or so, down in the 30s, 33. In fact, we'll end out at 32 degrees. Here's your triple decker, just to give you an idea of the next couple of days. 59 tomorrow, very nice day tomorrow. Even Wednesday, now we do start warming up, guys. On Thursday, you'll see 60s, and I'll tease you with this. We'll have 70s by the end of the week, but it's going to come at a cost, guys.
Right. Thanks, Tyler. Columbia police are investigating a deadly collision that took place on Garner's Ferry Road. Investigators say before 11 o'clock last night, a car struck and killed a man in the 7600 block near Walmart. Police say there's no word on if the driver was injured or if he was charged. The family of a missing Low Country teen have now doubled the reward offer that they are looking for their son, and they're hoping that you might know where he may be. The Hilton Head Island Packet reports the family is offering $2,000 to find 18-year-old Malik Spencer. Spencer has not been seen since Tuesday. Beaufort County deputies say they found the teen's car abandoned in a rural area Friday morning.
A Midlands restaurant owner is fighting to get a Confederate flag removed from in front of his business. According to the Times and Democrat, the sons of Confederate veterans were given a small piece of land in front of Edisto River Creamery in Orangeburg by the building's previous owner. The new owner, though, Tommy Darris, no longer wants the Confederate flag out front, but the Confederate Heritage Group refuses to sell him the land or take it down. Orangeburg's zoning board ruled against Darris last year, but he's appealing that ruling. The sons of Confederate veterans say that decision should be upheld. A private school in Darlington has raised $30,000 for the families of 7 officers in Florence County shot and killed during an ambush earlier this year. The Florence Morning News reports the Trinity Burns Collegiate School held fundraisers, a concert, and sold T-shirts to collect that money. School officials say they did it because the school's administrative assistant is the stepmother of one of the wounded officers. Florence Police Sergeant Terrence Caraway and Florence County Sheriff's investigator Farrah Turner were killed in the October 3rd shooting.
An Australian mining company says it has found gold in Lancaster County in a mine and now wants to expand operations. Oceana Gold has filed state and federal documents that it has found gold of, quote, significant value. A customer spokesperson says that they could be worth as much as $2 billion that they found. The order to withdraw U.S. troops from Syria has officially been signed. President Trump made the announcement last week, which was met with international shock. The decision has caused discord within the GOP party, with allies like Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina calling it a grave mistake. A U.S. defense official says outgoing Secretary James Mattis signed that order. The drawdown of troops is expected to begin in the next several weeks and could take more weeks to finalize. The partial federal government closure entering day 4. Christmas with no end in sight.
President Trump remains in Washington, where he continues to attack Democrats over funding for his border wall. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the latest on the holiday negotiations.
The nation is feeling and seeing the impacts of the holiday shutdown. Lawmakers at home and due back Thursday to pick up negotiations on funding the government and President Trump's southern border wall. The president summoned Homeland Security officials to the White House to discuss border security. Earlier, Trump tweeted, I am all alone, poor me, in the White House, waiting for the Democrats to come back and make a deal on desperately needed border security. Democratic leaders struck back in a new response. It's Christmas Eve and President Trump is plunging the country into chaos, adding the president wanted the shutdown but seems not to know how to get himself out of it. The president is backing down on his $5.7 billion demand for his wall. His incoming chief of staff says they're waiting on Democrats to respond to a counteroffer.
I think they offered us $1.6 billion a couple weeks ago. Then they offered the president $1.3 billion this week. That's a negotiation that seems like it's going in the wrong direction.
$5 billion is a lot of money. And to spend it on a fourth-century strategy rather than on stuff that actually improves border security is something we're just not going to do.
In Washington, a glimmer of hope. The national Christmas tree damaged by a trespasser who climbed the tree over the weekend. With the ongoing shutdown, the tree expected to remain dark until the National Park Foundation and private donors stepped in to light up that holiday symbol. It likely won't be a good holiday for 800,000 federal workers. More than 400,000 are being forced to work without pay. The rest are on non-paid leave. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
If ground turkey happens to be on the holiday menu, listen up. The USDA says Jennie-O is recalling more than 164,000 pounds of ground turkey because of salmonella concerns. More than 200 people from 38 states have been sickened from turkey related to salmonella in the past year. The products are marked with the establishment number P579 and sold in 1, 2.5, and 3-pound packages. And the FDA is advising that you wash your avocados before you eat them. This was news to me. It may seem like an odd recommendation because avocados have a peel and you don't eat the peel, but the FDA says it's the only sure way to prevent bacteria and dirt from transferring from the peel when you put your knife through it to cut it in half to the part that we eat. Now, in a report released this month, the FDA said about 1 in every 5 avocados tested positive for a bacteria that can cause listeria. All right, the holidays are a time to be with ones you love, and for U.S. service members, trips home are especially precious.
Yeah, this year, some of those reunions have been caught on camera. We love seeing this every year. Polo Sandoval reports.
A visit to Santa Claus.
So, what would you like for Christmas?
For my dad to come home.
Oh.
Turned into a special delivery for these two Minnesota sisters.
Daddy!
Their father, a soldier stationed in Kuwait, surprised his daughters just in time for Christmas. It's among the many emotional reunions caught on camera between military members and their families this holiday season. A Wisconsin boy's older brother serving in the Army.
There's your brother.
What's up, buddy? Surprised him at school with a big hug after 5 months apart. The soldier then marched down the hall to his other sister and brother.
It made me feel warm inside.
In this viral video, a little boy presented with a large Christmas gift.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't even have an idea yet.
I think you're gonna like it.
Inside the box, a loved one in military fatigues.
Oh my God!
The person who posted this wrote, "My nephew got to unwrap the only Christmas gift he asked for a few days early." A small army of family members kept this airman from even getting through the door in Sacramento.
What the heck?
Surprise! And finally, at a Christmas choir concert in Indianapolis, an unexpected interruption.
Miss Avery Hinton, you have a present under the tree.
It led to a mother serving in the Navy embracing her daughter just in time for Christmas.
It's been a really long year, and so many things have happened, and I just missed her so much. And it just makes this Christmas extra special for surprising me.
For some of these service members, another deployment could be next. But for now, the current marching orders include being home for the holidays.
That was Polo Sandoval reporting. You can never get enough of those videos.
It never fails. Like, we talk about it and we see this and we hear about it all the time, but when you see their reaction to finding out that their loved one is home, it hits you hard.
It really does. All right, coming up next, the Midlands Church celebrates the true meaning of the season.
And Santa didn't let his busy schedule keep him from visiting some Midlands kids this morning. Stay with us. More ABC Columbia News at 6, live from Main and Gervais.
From Main and Gervais, this is ABC Columbia News with Josh Berry, Rochelle Dean, Weather with Chief Meteorologist John Farley. And sports with Mike Gillespie. Experience ABC Columbia News.